everyone. I'm Natalia Bilbao, and here's what's happening in LA this week. My LA 311 is your government working for you, connecting Angelenos to city services. With the signing of Executive Directive 5, Mayor Bass and city departments have committed to improving the response time to the community's needs for services.
My message to Los Angeles today is clear. A world-class city deserves world-class services, and that means faster, higher quality results when it comes to maintenance in our neighborhoods and communities.
Mayor Bass just signed Executive Directive number 5
with the goal of decreasing wait times for service and better communicating the results.
So this is about improving our 311 system.
While the city's 311 system handles almost 6,000 requests every day, there is definitely room for improvement. Over the next year or so, the City of Los Angeles will be replacing our aging 311 software. Combining this new customer service focus with new technologies, LA's 311 services will become even better and more accessible for years to come.
In the past, some folks have had difficulty figuring out which department handles which thing. I believe as we make these improvements, it'll be easier to interface with the public.
So some of the most requested services here in Los Angeles are graffiti removal, bulky item pickup, illegal dumping, repairing streetlights, repairing potholes, and addressing homeless encampments. We know that these services are requested thousands of times every day.
LA Sanitation alone receives more than 1 million requests annually.
Students and staff at the Hospitality Training Academy had the chance to enjoy the sweet taste of success. The acting U.S. Secretary of Labor was treated to a delicious menu as community leaders and graduates of this free-of-charge program celebrated its expansion across the country.
Welcome to the 10th District, everybody. Yes. HTA is in the 10th.
We are at the Hospitality Training Academy, and today is the community buffet for our latest cohort of culinarians in our culinary apprenticeship. They're presenting a wonderful, wonderful menu for about 160 people.
It's so exciting to be back in my hometown with local city council members and local leadership to announce that the Department of Labor is putting $3 million into expanding HTA's model. So expanding HTA to Phoenix and Chicago and Philadelphia and Baltimore, so that this idea that all workers deserve a good job, that model is something that we want expanded all across the country. And it started here in LA because of very strong local leadership from Unite Here Local 11, from the employers, but also from elected officials who understand how to do workforce right.
We just heard 2 examples from people that had either suffered through COVID and someone who is re-entering back into the community and needed to follow their passion. So I just want to say thank you. This is not my first time here, so I know how well the work is.
And so this program truly is one where it's a win-win. We work with our business partners, we work with the community, and we say, what are the needs that everyone can win by? And so this is why that program is special in so many ways. There's a lot of work to do, but what makes me very optimistic is that we're all rowing in the right direction.
We're looking for folks that need a job and need a good job to keep their apartment, to keep their life the way it is, to get themselves, settled. And this is one of those programs. So we feel, because so many people are coming into homelessness and not that many are exiting, that we are really a homeless prevention program at our soul.
And the most important thing probably for our participants is that it's 100% free. It costs them nothing to come to this program, and we have 100% placement in these amazing jobs. So when people hear about it at first, they think it's not true. think it can't be. But the ones who stick it through understand that this is really life-changing.
Home to two legendary NBA teams, the love for basketball in Los Angeles is felt in every corner. PlayLA recently organized an adaptive and wheelchair basketball clinic where young participants dribbled, swished, and scored three-pointers.
Here we are at the Michelle and Barack Obama Sports Complex. We are at the PlayLA Adaptive Sports Program, a youth wheelchair basketball clinic.
Today we're hosting a youth basketball class. It's adaptive, so any athlete with any kind of ability will make you have fun and play the game with us, and we'll show you some skills and teach you how to shoot some hoops. What's really special about this event is getting kids out that maybe have never tried any kind of sports and giving them an opportunity to play with friends that also have disabilities and to show them not only how to play the game, but also just building those relationships, which I think are so important, and that's what makes this event so much fun.
Pues la verdad es un programa muy bueno. Es con muchos recursos para los niños con necesidades especiales.
All our events are 100% free and anyone's invited. So people of all abilities, doesn't matter if you have a disability or not, you're welcome to come out and try wheelchair basketball or adaptive archery or any of the other activities we've got going on. Once we start working with you, we'll find ways that you can have success and make sure that you enjoy yourself and hopefully learn not only how to play a game, but also some life skills that'll be important for you for the long term.
I'm sure you've heard of smart people, but what about smart cities? Los Angeles is working hard to earn this title by staying up to date with the latest technology innovations. The third annual Smart City Showcase was a chance to see what is being implemented and how smart LA is becoming.
Today we're at City Hall in the Rotunda. We're so excited. Today is our third annual Smart City Showcase for city departments as well as our partners to showcase how we're using technology to improve city operations as well as deliver great city services.
We're looking at new technologies and how the city will basically move into the future with AI. So there's a lot of telecom companies here talking about their services. We also have sanitation, different city departments, the library, Bureau of Street Lighting, all talking about how they're making this a smarter, better city, how we're being more connected as a city, what the future of Los Angeles will look like as we move into the world of AI and as we move into the world of interconnectivity.
Our focus has really been on the digital divide, and we understand now that it's not an option to be connected. We need connectivity for the workforce, for looking for a job, education, healthcare. So today, learning how we use that technology across the city, whether it's the library who's providing digital literacy resources, or our departments that are trying to improve how we use data to understand and address problems, then it's important that we are all here learning and sharing together.
It's very important, networking and connecting with the different bureaus and departments of the city. So HACLA is Housing Authority of City of Los Angeles, and through this digital ambassador program, we will be going to give back to our residents in digital literacy. There's a lot of elderly people where we live, so it's important to just try to contribute back to the people in the community.
As a city, we want to make sure that we harness technology so that we are more efficient, we do more with less, and that we are able to use the technology to serve the constituency better. And there's a lot of changes happening. Government is usually on the back end of the curve on these things, and especially this new technology is moving so fast. But there are a lot of dedicated people in the city trying to figure out how to harness that technology, how to get more in front of that curve so that we can be a better, smarter, more connected city.
Taking care of our environment is essential for our planet's longevity. Councilwoman Tracy Park continues advocating for ways to protect our ocean and most recently recognized October 20th as Heal the Bay Day. Take a look.
Today, we are here to officially recognize Heal the Bay's Angler Outreach Program and their aquarium on their milestone 20th anniversaries. We did a couple of amazing things today. We also introduced a resolution declaring today Heal the Bay Day in the city of Los Angeles.
Well, Heal the Bay has a great deal of work. They do a lot of education. They do the beach cleanups that everybody knows about. But more importantly, they have this holistic approach to make sure that we are reducing the amount of pollution that gets out there, eradicating the pollution, and educating folks, as well as proposing legislation to make sure that we continue to heal the planet through healing the ocean.
So much of our policy work happens right here in the city of Los Angeles, right here in this building. Our work to eliminate single-use plastics, our work to capture stormwater, our work to educate kids. We have 10,000 kids coming through our program, many of them from LAUSD schools, so it's really important to have the support of our LA City Council. We do our work from Summit to Sea. We work in all of the council districts here in Los Angeles, making sure that we're having clean neighborhoods so that pollutants aren't reaching our beaches, working to eliminate single-use plastics, capturing stormwater so that we're not only preventing the pollution, but we're helping our communities to adapt to climate change.
As the caretaker of CD11, our city's coastal district, to get to partner with the leaders in Heal the Bay who are advancing smart water policy here in Los Angeles and beyond, to do beach cleanups, to do education work, and hosting them today in council was an absolute honor as the councilwoman for the 11th district.
Respiratory virus awareness event for elders. City representatives call for robo-taxis regulations and lawsuits against Measure ULA are dismissed. These stories up next on CityBeat.
The Crenshaw Family YMCA hosted Sideline RSV, an event that highlighted the dangers of respiratory syncytial virus, RSV, in adults of 60 years of age and older. RSV is a contagious respiratory virus with initial cold-like symptoms. While it can affect anyone, adults of 60 years and older with chronic heart and lung conditions are at greater risk of hospitalization and death. Lakers star Irvin Magic Johnson was at the awareness event to speak about the importance of healthcare checks for the Black and Brown community. According to the pharmaceutical company GlaxoSmithKline, RSV leads to 175,000 hospitalizations and 14,000 deaths in adults 65 and older every year. For more information, visit cdc.gov/RSV. Councilmember Hugo Soto Martinez held a press conference to highlight issues arising from autonomous driving vehicles, AVs, and so-called robo-taxis. According to Soto Martinez, robo-taxis have caused harm to people and pets, stalled at busy intersections, and have blocked first responders from emergency situations. Soto Martinez was joined by Teamsters Representative Chris Griswold, who said that autonomous vehicle technology could mean a loss of 200,000 jobs from California's transport industry. AV companies Waymo and Cruise were authorized by the California Public Utilities Commission, but cities like San Francisco have sued to rein in the robo-taxis. For more on the work of City Council, visit lacity.gov. Lawsuits which contested Measure ULA, saying it violated LA's city charter and California's Constitution, have been dismissed. In Los Angeles Superior Court, the lawsuits were rejected with prejudice, meaning they cannot be amended and refiled. Measure ULA, also known as LA's mansion tax, is an additional tax on real estate sales or transfers above $5 million. The measure was approved by voters in November 2022 with 57% support. Funds raised from Measure ULA are used for programs to increase affordable housing and to prevent homelessness, and the funds are administered by LA's Housing Department. For more information, visit cityattorney.lacity.gov.
If If music be the food of love, play on. Shakespeare would have likely joined the residents of Council District 1 as they danced and enjoyed a mix of live music and original spoken word performances at the Musica Poemas festival.
Today, we are having our first Musica Poemas event here at Sycamore Grove Park in CD1. This is our first CD1 event that we're bringing to the community. We have poets, we have artists, we have Vilma y la Sonora, multiple bands here to make sure our community has access to some culture, some fun times here in our green spaces. We decided to do a Musica y Poemas event because we wanted to make sure that the artists that we brought out was a spectrum of artists. We wanted bandas, we wanted música, but we also wanted poets, people to give spoken word, because we have a lot of young people in our Lincoln Heights Youth Center who are producing art. You have Get Lit Poetry, a lot of young people producing beautiful poetry, so we wanted to make sure we could include everybody. So we also wanted to host a Musica y Poemas event because, you know, our city has gone through COVID-19 for several years. For a couple years, events like these have been, you know, paused or haven't been going. And so we wanted to make sure that we can start off right by bringing them to a public space, a green space, to enjoy some outdoor music and art. I'm deeply grateful that I had the opportunity and my team has the opportunity to organize an event like this for our community. We want to make it bigger. We want to take it to different parts of the district, but just grateful for this opportunity. I hope folks had a good time.
In this week's coverage of spectacular events, we started with the Rec and Park's Halloween party. The Andresa Maria Cárdenas Recreation Center was transformed into a fun, haunted space where kids played all kinds of bewitching games. Take a look if you dare.
Fun Halloween event, and it's a great opportunity for the community to come together and have fun. It's a great opportunity for the kids to make new friends, meet new people they didn't know before, and it's just overall an amazing time.
They're having games and contests, dance, face painting for the neighborhood that lives here. I'm glad that they have this for the kids. You know, it's an extra day for them to celebrate Halloween, you know, and wear their costumes, have fun.
Es un impacto positivo para las familias que vivimos en este sector, tanto para que nosotros como padres podamos convivir con nuestros niños y tener un momento divertido y conocer más personas.
We put a lot of effort into having this place up and running. Just definitely come. Your kids will definitely have a great time and make new friends.
One of the most internationally known Mexican traditions, El Día de los Muertos, was celebrated in Pacoima with the community event. Portraits of Frida Kahlo and decorative skulls served as a colorful background to honor a tradition that is very much alive in LA.
Today we're celebrating what has become a time-honored tradition here in the community of Pacoima, where I'm hosting our 7th annual El Día de los Muertos. It doesn't even matter whether you're necessarily Latino or believe in this. This is something that we can all come together and celebrate the memories of loved ones that have been lost. And when so many others have monetized it and made it a paid event, we have this free, beautiful cultural community festival that is available for all the family to come and enjoy.
Dia de los Muertos, it's a wonderful Mexican tradition, not only Mexico, throughout Latin America, where we could celebrate our ancestors, remember them. And here in Pacoima, it's important because it's an opportunity to bring the community together and celebrate life.
I am a resident of Pacoima. I was born and raised here.
So far in this event, I see my cultura being represented. I see wonderful artwork. I'm actually learning about Dia de los Muertos myself and learning to get in contact with my heritage. I've learned that with Dia de los Muertos, it's a day that we can celebrate those who have passed on to the other realm, invite them to come down and spend time with us and just celebrate their lives in a really positive way where we are grieving, but through food, through music, through colors, through art.
For me, the meaning of Dia de los Muertos is the continuation of a long time practice that goes all the way back to the Aztecs. I would just like to say that this is a beautiful event that Poemas is putting on for its residents. We really do need more community events like this.
You know, there's a lot of these little Dia de los Muertos events happening throughout the San Fernando Valley, but here in Poemas, it's something that happens every single year. Councilwoman Monica Rodriguez makes sure to really go all out for our community, and it's something that I really, really appreciate and I look forward to every single year. It just makes me so happy to be a part of.
Events are a very important way of doing community building, and that's something that I've really put a big emphasis in my district. Whether it's our 4th of July events, it's the events at Stetson Ranch with our equestrian community, or El Dia de los Muertos. It really transformed how people see the neighborhood. And so this is how we build community, this is how we build partnerships, and this is how we make CD7 and bring it forward for everyone to come enjoy it.
Clean air, shade, and a nice view to wake up to. Having trees around us brings along great benefits. So with the plant and tree giveaway at Boyle Heights, neighbors didn't hesitate to drop by, some in costumes, to take home some free plants and trees.
Today we're here at the Boyle Heights Fall Pumpkin Harvest Festival. It's being hosted with Council District 14, and City Plants program has offered to give us trees to give out to the residents as part of this festival. So Northeast Trees is based in Northeast Los Angeles, including Boyle Heights. We are a nonprofit urban forestry organization, so we plant trees throughout this part of the city. We also make trees available to the residents for them to plant in their own property. And we like to come to these kind of community events to make sure people get these trees so that they can plant more trees in their neighborhood.
This is a way of bringing all of our community members together, along with our local LAPD officials here right across the street at Hollenbeck. A lot of boys and girls here. It's safe, it's fun, and we have a lot of great activities here today.
It's just really fun, and there's new people to meet and a lot of activities. The pumpkins, that's my favorite part, and all the games and the prizes that we get to win.
It's just great to be out here with the neighbors, with the community. There's a lot of kids. That's always cool, to have the little ones come and enjoy the fall, the Halloween season, and families coming out. There's a lot of resources, and of course, we're just happy to spread the word about planting trees as part of this. You can visit our website. It's www.northeasttrees.org.
In this week's feature story, I sat down with Detective Lisette Garcia to discuss the rise in organized retail theft, or flash rob. The detective went into detail regarding the reasons behind it, as well as how a dedicated task force is working to end it. Let's hear the story. California, and Los Angeles in particular, has seen an increase in organized retail theft. With us today is Detective Lisette Garcia from the Organized Retail Crime Task Force and the Robbery Homicide Division of the Los Angeles Police Department. Thank you so much for being here, Detective.
Thank you for having me.
So let's start with a basic. What do you think is the reason for the increase of this type of crime in Los Angeles?
I think a lot has to do with social media.
showing how easy it is for this flash rob group of people to go into an actual business and take property without being stopped. A lot of the times they're not being charged with felony crimes, so that has a lot to do with it, as well as the consequences are lacking, and it's easily sold in the street. So there is a demand for it.
When and why was a dedicated multi-agency task force for organized retail crimes created?
It was created on August 21st of this year, and it was created because there is an increase in crime. It's not just here in California, it's across the United States. And unfortunately, the retailers are being hit in the pocketbook. They're not recuperating the merchandise that's being stolen. It's being sold, on the black market, out there in the streets. And we're getting a lot of businesses that are leaving different states because of it. So we were able to get some money from the governor that is only established for this task force. So it's going to allow us to buy different kind of equipment that's going to help us do surveillance, pay for additional officers. Our task force right now has Los Angeles Sheriff's Department. We have Glendale PD, Burbank PD, Beverly Hills PD, along with Los Angeles police officers and detectives that are dedicated only into actually working this task force. As of today's date, we have about 73 arrests that we've already done since August.
Since August, wow.
Yes, we've
That's
recovered
very
guns,
impressive.
we've recovered merchandise, and a lot of people are sitting in jail right now. And we're not just going after the people who are going into the stores and stealing the merchandise, we're going after the people who are selling it as well.
Thank you, Detective Garcia, for spending some time with us today. In this week's Things to Do, move your body at the Diaspora Dance Party, discover the history of LA in 100 images, and attend the Keeping History Alive series. All this up next on Things to Do.
The Port of Los Angeles and Council District 15 invite you to a Diaspora Dance Party. Celebrate the kaleidoscope of music and cultures created by LA's global diasporas as Zocalo hosts this one-of-a-kind dance party at Wilmington Waterfront Park. Zocalo asks, how does a community move with music? And you provide the answer. You can dance, check out art activities by LA Commons, and enjoy a pop-up Wilmington art walk, all while connecting to the DJ sets of new music and old favorites. Don't miss this free Diaspora Dance Party, Sunday, November 12th, kicking off at 4 p.m. at the Port of LA. For more information, visit lawaterfront.org/events. Join the LA Public Library for the history of Los Angeles in 100 images with longtime Southern California historian, preservationist, and archivist Paul Ayers. Drawing on a lifetime of collecting and research, Ayers has chosen 100 images that best illustrate the story of Los Angeles from the time of the ranchos to today. Intertwining cultural, business, and political history, Ayers' presentation provides insight for everyone from the beginner to the history buff. Don't miss this amazing trip through time, Thursday, November 9th, starting at 6:30 p.m. at the Silver Lake Library. For more information, visit lapl.org/events. LA's Department of Recreation and Parks invites you to the Banning Historic Barn for the Keeping History Alive series. Former Port of LA Executive Director Geraldine Natz kicks off the series with insights from her book, Port of Los Angeles, Conflict, Commerce, and the Fight for Control. With years of research and more than 200 maps and images, Natz shares the behind-the-scenes history of the port, from early entrepreneurs to the city's business leadership and the conflicts that arose between them. Check out this fascinating lecture on the Port of Los Angeles, Saturday, November 11th at 9:30 a.m. at the Banning Museum. Entry is $5 or free for Friends of Banning Museum members. For more information, go to thebanningmuseum.org/events. And that's a look at some things to do.
And that's all for this edition. I'm Natalia Bilbao, and from all of us here at LA This Week, thank you so much for joining us. You can watch us online anytime at lacitywiew.org, and we're also on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube. See you next time for more LA This Week.